Bitcoin is for the people. I draw your attention to March 2020. This time period affected me greatly, just like it affected many people greatly. It affected me more than any other market crash Bitcoin had faced in its entire history up until that point. It revealed to me the power of Gresham's law and the power of competitive markets. I never lost faith in Bitcoin, but I was very surprised as to just how low it had dropped before recovering. This is why it is so essential to believe in the power of the Bitcoin protocol. Only believing in it will enable you to block out the noise and stay invested when the price is so suppressed, and when the price is near rock bottom. It will feel like the entire world is constantly screaming in your face and trying to remind you every day that you are invested in a scam. It will feel like all the coins you are holding have fallen out via a massive hole at the bottom of the bag, and you are left holding the empty bag. It may feel like you were so silly for investing so much of your money into it when you could have kept your money in something else. Perhaps you were silly to put in so much. On the other hand, what is the alternative? The best you can do when investing in Bitcoin is to learn about it as much as you can to form an opinion of it, and then invest accordingly. And to always hodl Bitcoins as the considerable majority of your wealth. Plus, to believe in the words of this video, Bitcoin will never fail you in the long run. It was the power of the people who believed in BTC and what it was doing for the world that kept them invested in it throughout all its deepest and darkest days of its history. It was and is this power that kept them fighting for it, and keeps them fighting for it. And it is this power that will keep Bitcoin thriving in the long run. Watch every incredibly powerful speaker and promoter of BTC you see on the internet, and you will see this is the case. They believe in the Kool-Aid they are selling. It ain't no fake passion. These people absolutely could not allow Bitcoin to fail cause they absolutely believed in the thing they were promoting, and what it was offering the world, which was an alternative system of money and an exit/safety net or escape hatch from possible total economic collapse and mismanagement by the traditional system. They believed in it enough to endure social shame and disgrace, and being outcast from normal society, and viewed as nerds or whatever else. They were willing to make that sacrifice. The fighting spirit was there. Cause there were simply so many doubters and opposers and people who criticized BTC and their investment. They had anger in their hearts. They had focus and unity. They had determination. They just couldn't let BTC fail cause they couldn't live with themselves if it did. They couldn't let the mainstream win and go off snickering to the BTC hodlers. Their reputations were already fully invested. They could not lose, or else they would be left with nothing. As like what had happened in an ancient Roman battle, they had burned their boats. They were all in. BTC just couldn't fail, and it has people with religious conviction, making sure it didn't fail. The best people on the planet. They were all converted and they wouldn't let it fail. Bitcoin doesn't require trust in government. It doesn't require trust in God. US dollar bill, in God we trust. It only requires trust in the people that have made it all happen, the people who have devoted their lives to the cause, the people who have sacrificed and bled. They bled so you don't have to. The people who have given and fought and grinded and starved, the people who were first through the door and took all the bullets, the blood, the sweat, the cuts and bruises, the shame and the humiliation post-market crashes, the inexplicable dread, sorrow, heartache. Oh, so much heartache. The ones who endured all the pain and hardship, the long days and nights fearing for their wallet balances. Every night, wondering if the lost Mt. Gox Bitcoin would ever be recovered. Every night thinking about whether that 10,000 Bitcoin pizza was worth it, or how to locate that lost hard drive in the landfill. These people have all endured so that you don't have to. And they learned from their mistakes, through which they worked to change the system. They improved it. They built websites, hardware, software, exchanges. They delivered presentations, made videos, held conferences, offered entertainment, support. They tracked developments, became the guinea pigs to their own creations, drank the Kool-Aid they promoted. They did all of this so you don't have to. They worked to give financial freedom to all who drank their wine, to even out the playing field for rich and poor. They did this all for you already. They laid the foundations, paved the roads, built the infrastructure, lobbied the governments, test-driven across their own bridges. There is nothing else you need to do. You only have to hodl. You only have to hodl.